This is the epicenter of what's now open war, with the front line along the north side of Liberation Square. Mubarak opponents are penned in behind their own homemade barricade, well supplied with rocks, and running ID checks to catch any Mubarak supporters trying to sneak past.
Anyone we catch him, we give the army with his ID card.
Some of those caught become prisoners of war. Others just fall to the mob. Egypt's military took a more active role today, trying to maneuver between the battling groups, but their tanks were no match for the frenzied crowds. From early morning, running battles raged between the two sides. Official figures say 10 people have been killed since late last night when heavy gunfire broke out in the city center. And ambulances shuttled some of the 800 injured to a makeshift clinic on the other side of the square. This morning, when the smoke cleared, we made our way to that clinic in a neighborhood where there's strong support for the demonstrators.
A woman who just frisked me, she's a citizen, and she's making sure people with weapons don't get into the square. We're very close to the square now. And she said to me, and she patted me down, "Thank you for joining our democracy."
Up a passageway, we found the Tahrir Field Clinic. Chaotic, but oddly cheerful.
So this is medicine, I guess. Where is it coming from?
From all over Egypt.
And how are you getting it through the military lines?
The army are allowing medicine to come to us.
It may not look like it, but in the hail of gunfire, this man is one of the lucky ones.
This is from Iraq?
Yes.
Dr. Islam Abdul Rahman is working round the clock here, tending the wounded and telling the world.
Are you vlogging live?
I'm doing dual mission. I'm a physician here, and in my free time, I am getting live pictures online.
The doctors insist they'll treat anyone who needs it, but it's pretty clear which side they're on.
I will not leave this place until the President Mubarak go away, or I will die in this place.
It's a conviction the patients share. Mohammed Abdul Rauf said he was attacked by Mubarak's supporters in the square, but he has no regrets. We want a better country for us and for our children, he said. And as soon as his stitches were dressed, he wrapped a scarf around his head and went right back to Tahrir Square. Now, tonight, things have quieted down in Liberation Square. There are a few thousand people down there, but the atmosphere feels very relaxed. However, the night is young, and as you know, Katie, the dark brings a lot of nasty surprises.
That's right. And Liz, yesterday we saw journalists start to get targeted. They were punched, harassed. In some cases, their cameras were taken. Has this gotten worse? And what is the goal of this campaign against journalists?
There seems to have been a real campaign today to dismantle satellite dishes, arrest, intimidate, harass journalists. One can only imagine that it's to try and stop us from covering this story. The Arab satellite networks have been really handicapped. They are no longer broadcasting live pictures from Tahrir Square. So that means many millions of people in Egypt won't be seeing the live coverage.
Liz, we're also hearing about the day of departure, another major uprising taking place not only in Egypt, but in some other countries as well. What can you tell us about the plans for that?
The opposition here in Egypt had dubbed it the day of departure because they hoped it was the day that President Mubarak would step down. It's unclear whether that may in fact happen, but there is a sort of a natural uprising possible because people will be streaming out of the mosques just after midday. And so if the opposition hopes for a massive show, tomorrow's the day to do it. There are also demonstrations called for in Yemen and Jordan. So it could be a very interesting, perhaps even very violent day.
All right, Liz Palmer reporting from Cairo tonight. Liz, thanks so much and stay safe.